Study breast size increased 300% on female comic book characters over the past 70 years.
So the study says this. Okay. I thought we were studying breast sizes over the last 70 years when I first saw this.
No, 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 no,
Yeah,
no.
I was sure it
Comic
was
book
gonna be the
characters
big.
breast sizes.
Is this
Okay.
just comic books or is this like anime included?
This is just comic
Others
books.
comic books.
Interesting.
Well, then I would go straight to Nate. What Nate just said. Maybe it's just because it's being more influenced by anime.
That's fair.
Okay.
Because they
Um,
I
have
mean,
flotation devices. They don't have breasts. I don't know. I don't know who's drawing those things, but
Yeah, and anime, and I think it's always been like that, right?
yeah, but
yeah.
it's definitely gotten even more and more. I mean, it has become such a fad that like there's just so many more people watching it now, and everything from music to that, videos, everything. The more sexualized it is, the better it sells. I mean, that's just marketing.
Yeah.
I would even say because of anime, because if we're starting like in the 40s and 50s, around like the 70s, 80s for comic books, that's when they started becoming kind of ridiculous. And how big the breast sizes were, and it was just a simple reason. It was just like a marketing thing, just to get like young boys, because that's their target audience, to buy more
Right.
comic books.
They had to fight Playboy.
In a way, if you and I think there's a famous picture of Wonder Woman on like some type of Playboy magazine or something, and she's like, her breasts are like huge, and her ass is like huge too, to make her more sexualized.
I believe it. I
My
mean,
question to you guys: do you think that's a bad thing to be marketing at kids, or is it just another thing to get more money for the companies?
are comic books for kids?
Yes,
Yes.
they're
No,
historically aimed at
like back in the day, like these comic books were what, like 15 cents or whatnot. Kids were buying these, or were young adults buying these?
kids. They
Oh,
were
like
aimed
kids.
at kids.
Hey man,
Even
kids.
Yeah,
if you
I was
look
gonna
at
say.
like the newspaper comics and shit, those are technically aimed at kids.
Okay.
Um,
Hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I'll answer the thing. I mean, do I think it's a good idea? Not necessarily, but at the same time, it's just kind of one of those times things like it's going to be digested one way or another by them. If it's in the form of that, if it's in the form of the Playboys or anything else, like if it's going to be out there, yeah, they're going to say, well, let's just make money off of it this way. So, yes, it's marketing. Yes, it's bad, but I don't think there's a way to avoid it necessarily.
I
I don't
agree.
know if I would use the word bad. Like seeing Wonder Woman in her outfit with bigger boobs isn't going to make somebody go, do anything nefarious. Yes, it is, stereotyping women and, but I don't want to know if I would use the word bad.
You think we sexualize too many things in the
I
world?
still think in America that sex and things like that are kept so hushed hush that when things like this do happen, people are like so flustered. Like her boobs are bigger, okay. Like
Do you think it's still hush hush in 2022? I feel like we're way more of an open society about
Yeah, I was
things
going
like
to say,
that.
I'm with Rob. I definitely feel like we're
but we're
way.
talking about the 70s and the 80s right now, aren't we?
Well, no, this is from the 40s and 50s till now. They're saying
Yeah.
breast sizes have increased 300%.
And sexuality has become more open since then as well. So I mean, I can see people wanting to be more open with, oh, let's see what Wonder Woman would be like with bigger breasts. Like to me, it's art. It's not anything nefarious. Now if we were going around talking about women are getting crazy, life endangering surgeries to have bigger breasts because that's what our culture wants, yeah, I'd be like, that's bad. Like we shouldn't market that. But like
Yeah.
it's art,
Now
it's
that's the thing, right?
I mean,
it's
I
not
guess
bad.
I would be interesting to have like a woman's perspective on it too. I mean, I'm playing devil's advocate here because obviously I don't really understand or anything, but like it's also a body image thing, and I have seen
Sure.
that even when I was growing up, like women especially more so than us, like even though we idolize things, like they want to attain a certain thing, so the more that we keep upping the ante on that, and then people can't achieve that, I just feel like it's setting boys up for disappointment and putting stress on other people. Does that make any sense?
That's
No, it
fair.
definitely does.
That's fair.
But
Because
that would be
body
why
image
I would say
is
it's bad, I
definitely
guess.
But I think then that puts more pressure on society to be like, hey, look, this is Wonder Woman. Like she's not real. Like this is somebody's, like Superman's not 8 feet. Like there's no 8 foot tall Superman walking. I I wish maybe that this was a open conversation then, because I didn't even think
Well,
about it that way.
here's the thing though. It yeah, it was comic books then, and now it's still comic books, but now it's social media. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it has
And that's the
progressed.
thing. Like Rob will be the first person to tell you if he goes to IG, he's gonna see a model, and it's not
Yeah,
a normally proportioned person.
No, they are
If
yeah.
that
not.
Like
makes sense.
y'all showed me the Twitch girl the other last week.
Yeah.
Nate, did you know this girl sits in a bathtub all day and gets hundreds of dollars from teenagers just posting to
Huh?
her?
we
Insane.
well, we've had the whole like OnlyFans and all those other stupid sites. So they have destroyed what I would base as like a normal sexuality in a lot of ways.
I mean,
It's just
exactly.
hypersexualized.
So
But
I
like
know. I
again,
don't
if
think
we
there's
had that
anything wrong with
conversation from a young age where people will be open with sex and be able to experience their body and be proud of their body, then when they see these things, they'll be like, okay, these are fetishes, these are fads, this is what some people like. They do
right.
this on the side. Like this isn't reality. Like there's no way this person has their head can't be bigger than their waist. Like I'm sorry, that's not
Right.
natural. Like I don't
Well,
know. I don't
I
know.
mean, I guess the reason I said what I said is because we were talking about this in the view of the target audience, which is younger boys.
You know.
I don't think that sexuality should be hidden in any way. I just don't think it's good for younger boys, and especially when I even bring up the OnlyFans, like they're 10, 11, 12-year-olds that are getting access to those things constantly. I don't think that they need to be exposed to that level of things or be over, you know what I mean? This is how I look at it. I just feel like it does more harm than good.
I've read, not to derail this from Wonder Woman, but like they say at the younger age you're exposed to like hypersexuality and things like that. Later on, it leads to earlier signs of like ED or like emotional disconnects. They're starting to connect porn and things like that to what are they called? Narcissists? People who have been like diagnosed with narcissistic tendencies and shit like that. I read this paper when I was helping Kiki out over the weekend. It was wild. It was a wild comparison.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's actually Stacy just got home a little bit ago, and when you said that, she said that isn't 100% true. There's a lot of medical studies that show that.
and
Oh,
I
that's
feel like
crazy.
these studies are just now coming out because of exactly what you kind of said from the jump. Like we're now starting to know, and I think we're starting to accept it a little bit more in society, but not like we're still hiding it from kids. I think that's all. But
Yeah.
like you said, that's on every other parent on when they want to have that conversation with their child.
Yeah, but like I said, I mean, to jump off of that, like I completely agree that it shouldn't be hidden. I just feel like there's like a line between a healthy education of it and then the like right
Because
field that most
exactly,
people are getting a you know, especially like Pornhub, even that, like the stuff kids are exposed to at such a young age now, I feel like it does not teach them in a healthy way.
That's 100% fair because they
but
don't
we
have the
just
capacity to. But
Right.
but Wonder Woman is beautiful. Like
you would address that to the internet, right?
I
Yeah.
like Wonder Woman.
Yeah, but
I don't
also
know.
This
Wonder Woman is supposed to be like the perfect woman. She's like 6'8", huge,
Amazon,
strong as
yeah.
shit, Amazon, lesbian. She's like the perfect
Is she a
woman.
lesbian?
Yes.
Technically no, because she ends up fucking with Steve Trevor and shit. But when she was on the island, she was a lesbian
Ah,
before anything
Right.
because they're
because
all
there was
women.
no men. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fair. Oh well.
so I guess she's
So
technically bisexual.
is there a comparison with like before to after? I just to wrap this one up.
They don't have any pictures. I was hoping there
Click
would
the
be
link.
pictures.
Click the link.
What do you say?
Full study down. Keep going down, 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 down. The blog, yeah. Is there? Maybe they'll have a picture there. Yeah, they have a
Okay.
timeline up there.
Let me see.
That's not gonna let you very well, is it?
Can y'all see that?
I
Yeah.
can.
I mean,
Okay. Well, I mean,
just
They're
from
getting bigger.
74 to 92.
I don't see no 300.
Yeah, I don't know where they're
I'm-
getting
Look
that.
at her in 1942, Darren. Look at her chest in 1942. Then look at her
Hmm.
chest in like the 80s.
That's
Now the
true because the
90s.
perception of the perfect woman has changed since then, right? Like Wonder Woman back then looks like your I don't want to be offensive to anyone, but like your typical Caucasian woman. And as you get to like the 90s and you get further, she looks like she's been like in the 90s, she's tropical. Like she looks, what was it, Amazonian, you said?
Hmm.
Like
Yeah.
like things are changing, progressing. They have to
That's exactly to LA's point. Beauty also changes over time. They said like in
Mhm.
the 1700s, like bigger women were more attractive because of wealth,
Yeah.
essentially.
Yeah.
For
But
eating well.
yeah, exactly. So I think it just changes over time as well.
But yeah, her boobs, Wonder Woman's boobs, I can definitely agree have increased 300% because she didn't have boobs. So I agree to this post.
Yeah, I guess. But okay, I guess.